Clearly the idea of these Friday videos is to get them out every week, so I'm going to push this one out today, and hopefully I'll be able to stay up to date next week, or if I don't do a video next week, beyond that. I also understand that I really need to show new stuff, otherwise it's really just not that interesting. Feedback is certainly welcome on that, and I can try to focus on some other stuff that's definitely going on in the basement next week. Enjoy. Happy weekend, everybody. My Friday update, September 1st. See what I've done over the week. Right-hand rock structure, yet another look. Not loving all of it. This guy right there is coming off the top. It's really just a rock stacked on top of things. But in terms of corals, that yellow pally looks pretty happy there. Brought the bubble up this week. It's looking pretty happy. It's grown or expanding, extending well. I'm pretty happy with that. Move my mushrooms over. I like these mushrooms a lot. Ooh, a little photobomb. They're growing, and Larry Walls got my green mushrooms in the middle where they belong. A little colony of zoas up and back. They got moved up. I don't know if they're too high up. Maybe, who knows. I need a par meter. Got this gorgonian that came up this week as well. It got beat up yesterday when this frog spawn got pushed off the rock, and it apparently stung the crap out of it, I think. Left-hand rock structure is just about the same. Well, it's exactly the same. Same yellow pallies underneath. My sort of brown-green pally. Kind of like this. It's grown out pretty well. And I added this guy here the other day. The white markings on this side, it was sitting down next to the bubble in the frag tank downstairs, and it got this shit stung out of it. So moving it away. It's the first glue down event for me. I think I overdid it on the glue. Hopefully that encrusts over time and we don't have to see that glue. But that's it. Fish seem to be doing well. Clown gets aggressive when I stick my hands in the tank. Love the coral beauty. Let's go check downstairs though. Update from downstairs. Everything's looking pretty solid down here. Pump's doing very well. Been trying to crank it up a little bit. I'm at, it's tough to see on there. It's 70% right now. I guess that's 70 watts, but it's plus or minus 70%. So I could crank it up further. It's a question of balancing between everything running through the takeoff versus pushing water upstairs. Obviously pushing water upstairs is a big burden on the pump, and so depending on how I open things, I can either wind up killing all of my flow upstairs or not, so it's pretty restricted. This filter's doing better. I made this little cup to catch skimmate here. I've got a video I need to do on that, but we'll talk more. Skimmer's doing well. Everything's dropping into the sump pretty well. My refugium, little ball of Chaeto, is still just kind of rolling around. I changed the direction of the flow so it kind of rolls a little better. It's not making as big a berm in the sand there, but it's really not growing. I don't really have any nitrates because I've only got 2 fish in the system really upstairs, and that's about it. On the frag side, I have a problem here, and it may not be evident. I'm getting algae on the glass, which shouldn't be a surprise since I'm running a couple of lights on top of here. Got a controller that's running the lights. I'll do a full video on that. That's actually something that might be interesting to folks. But my problem is this. I've got Mr. Arrow down here living here in isolation because he tends to eat things. And I need somebody to come in and eat the algae. So That's the problem that I have in here. And then, you know, kind of growing out a couple things. I've got some mushroom frags. I'm trying to keep them or get them established on some rocks. Got another gorgonian that I can bring upstairs. And a bunch of little things to grow out. And then sort of shards that came off of some other big rocks. So that's about it. Nothing fabulous here. This is the hammer. It spent some time upstairs on the frag plug, and then I brought it back down and glued it on a rock. Hasn't really seemed to be happy. I don't know if the flow's hitting it the right way in here or not, or if it's getting enough light or too much light. I don't know. We'll see. So that's about it. And then over there in the QT, I've still got the rocks that were there. I've harvested off just about everything off of those, but you see the little green chromis there? He's ready to get out of that tank, I assume, at some point. There's a yellow watchman goby underneath there and a pistol shrimp. And I think the solution to my algae problem over here, there's a good size urchin, and so I may acclimate and move the urchin over. He's been over there for a week and a half, almost 2 weeks now. Maybe he comes over over the weekend, and we'll put him in here because I don't think there's any way Mr. Arrow can eat the urchin. We'll see. So there's my update, September 1. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching. Please remember to like, comment, or subscribe if you'd like to see more in this series.